Hello and welcome to another developer diary for Imperator Rome. This one's a little bit late in the day. It's almost 6 p.m. where I am, and usually we've got them about 4 or so hours early, but that's irrelevant really. It's all good here because, yeah, new dev diary. I like new dev diaries. Let's get into this one before I ramble too much. Good day, Jiroro here. The UI rework is moving along nicely. We still have things to do before we can call it finished, but it's starting to come together. Since the last time I posted, we've polished and refined the UIs and their components. So if you look closely, you'll notice some differences from last time. And indeed, I do have the dev diary from the previous time we had this UI rework being talked about, and I can go over that a little bit here. So if I just jump over to this nation overview, you can see there are a couple of differences. Let's make it a smudge bigger. There we go. So with this nation overview, you can't really see too much difference when it comes to like this area downwards. We've got mostly the same things going on here, but there are a couple of very interesting and important differences. Firstly, we've got the overview and management tabs, and we've also got these enable alerts for decisions buttons. So instead of having, oh, you can change your government type, therefore you're permanently going to have a notification at the top of your screen unless you turn it off, and then you will not be notified about decisions again until you reload the game, blah blah blah. It's kind of annoying, let's be honest. It's really kind of annoying. But now we've got the ability to turn off these, which is nice. It's something we've had in every other Paradox game for a very long time. It's about time that Imperator caught up. But yeah, seeing the overview and management tabs here, this is quite a decent thing as well. We can see as well when we go into management, then we've got it going between governorships and provinces. This one is governorship, so it's sorting all of your provinces into the various governors, into the various regions. And then provinces, will see them more on a province scale without the governors getting involved. So you can sort them that way as well, which I feel it's good to have them split. There's quite a lot of information here that I'm kind of salty is missing. But as it stands, this is good. This is good to see them split up here. Anyway, let's go back up and do some more reading. Personally, I have a pet peeve about alignment and spacing in UIs, or lack thereof, so I'm trying to set aside some time for polish too. It's been really cool to read your comments on my previous dev diary, because it turns out most of your feedback matches well with what's currently on my to-do list. So today I'm back in to share some UIs. First up, we have the new additions to the nation overview, which I've kind of already gone over, unless there's something I missed. I don't believe there is anything that I missed there. It's these two buttons, these buttons. Let's just flip back. I don't see anything new. Oh, we got anything new there? I think that's it. I think that's it. All right. Well, it's good still. I like these buttons. I like that this is here. It's good. Seen this UI before, but what's new here is you can enable or disable the alerts for individual nation decisions now. It's something I wanted to add for quite some time now, so it's great to have it in. Some of the decisions you simply care a little bit less about. Yeah, like changing government type. Now you can toggle them on or off as you please. Then we have the governorships inside management, and we can see here, like I said before, what the various, the provinces within this inside the governorships. It would be nice as well, just as a pet peeve immediately. I can see that in Greece, it's the whole region of Greece is making 0.19 imperial ducats, talents, whatever, gold, whatever, and it's got 29 pops. Asia should keep these numbers. It should keep these numbers right here, even if it has been opened out. I'm going to make that comment after I finish this dev diary. Yeah, those numbers should stay in here. Previously, you've seen the nation overview with the provinces as a list at the bottom of the view. We've made it into its own tab called Management for now. More space for provinces was definitely needed. In the Province Management tab, you might notice there are two ways of viewing your provinces now, the regular provinces list as well as grouped by governorships. Grouping by governorship makes a lot of sense, but one problem is that you wouldn't be able to sort as freely on the province level this way. We're exploring how it feels. For now, we have both lists available. I like having both lists, and it doesn't take up too much more space. It's one extra click. I'm fine. That's fine. before moving on to the macro builder, I will just critique what I do not like in these two screens. First off, these pie charts are bad and terrible and horrible and just terrible and bad. I do not like them even a little bit. They're just awful. Alright, so we are playing as the Antigonid Kingdom. You can sort of see that, or you can also see it here. The primary culture of the Antigonid Kingdom is Macedonian. How many pops of Macedonian culture do we have here? Well, we don't know. We don't need to know exactly either. Okay, what percentage of our total population is Macedonian? Well, this sort of looks maybe a little bit like 15 to 20%, something like that. Nope, it's not. It's not, because there's not just Macedonian pops inside the Hellenic culture group inside the Antigonid Kingdom. I have no idea, nor do you, nor does anyone, unless you open the game now and just, like, literally go and count them, right? This is a terrible, terrible way of showing some really kind of vital information. And again, I just got to point out, Agamede's mod does it better, and it shows you, look, I want to know, we can see here, Macedonian is the primary culture of our nation. So how about we just say, put it in brackets, 13%, or however much it is. Just give me a bloody percentage number. Give me a number. I don't want a bloody pie chart. I don't want to look at an image. I don't want to have to hover over this to figure out exactly. Hovering over here is like 50% in Persian. Okay, here's 10-15% Chalcedonian. I don't want to do that, because that's fucking busy work that makes no sense for me to have to do. No, thank you. Just give me a fucking percentage. And as well, like, how do you show integrated cultures? Because what you should, I believe, say is have your primary culture should obviously be here. And elsewhere, probably in your culture tab would be most sense. Show like the percentage of your nation that is integrated cultures as well. And it's the same for the religion tab as well. What's the percentage here? It looks maybe like 30%, 28%, something like that. Not a fucking clue. I'm not looking at this and thinking, the angle there to there is about this much, therefore it's probably around about this much. I have no idea. This is completely bullshit. I don't like it. Same for the pops. They make no sense. I mean, you can tell that there is this amount of citizens, and so let's see if we say that this is roughly 25%. It's not, because I don't fucking know what it is. It's like 30% maybe. All right, then let's divide through this by that much, and it's terrible. Pie charts are bad. They're outdated. They're terrible, and just stop using them for everyone. They're terrible. Anyway, moving on. Over here, pops here, I assume they're going to be inside provinces, which kind of makes sense. I would be okay with that. If you're looking at governorships and seeing the provinces from the overarching view, as long as you don't change governor policies from here and they're done by the provinces tab, then I'm okay with this. Although, having said that, this is the like grant local autonomy, keep the it's not grant local autonomy. I can't remember what the name is. I haven't played it in quite some time, if I'm being honest. It's a button to do with like rebellionness and keeping the unrest down. I'm hoping that this isn't like a governor policy kind of thing, because that would suck if we were doing it from here. I want to be able to do it from the provinces tab. I want to be able to see, you got your governor policy button telling you which one you're using, and you'd be able to change it from there. And then I would see right next to it, percentage of this province that follows your primary culture, percentage of this province that follows your, integrated culture, percentage of this province that follows your state religion, so that I can decide on a whim without hovering over some fucking pie chart whether I want to change the goddamn governor policy. That's what I want. I don't want busy work. I want to just see at a glance without having to hover over and see a fucking tooltip to see something that should be just visible immediately. That's it. Fuck pie charts. Anyway, moving on. Macro builder. that was quite a bit of salt there for what really wasn't worth that much salt, was it? Anyway, you can now cancel or destroy buildings from the macro builder. Just right-click on the territory on the map mode. It makes a lot of sense to be able to do that here. All right. This doesn't sound like much, but this is fucking huge, because if you're like me, you want to get rid of all them tribal settlements. I don't even remember what their exact name is because I've never used them. They're shit. You basically will be able now to go into the macro builder, choose the tribal building, zoom out, find out everywhere that they're on the map, right-click to destroy them. Fucking beautiful change. Is so far that I can see incredibly underrated change, and I'm really happy about it. Really happy about it. And then finally we've got the religion view. How many pops follow my fucking Cometicism, right? We're also Hellenic, assuming we haven't gone through the game very much. How many pops are Hellenic here? How many? 4? No, it's not 4%. It's 7.18%, I think. Is that fucking terrible design? I hate pie charts. They're so bad. And also, the sun isn't centered inside the pie. Just saying. I don't like pie charts. They're a terrible way of showing information. Just stop with the pies. Yeah. Otherwise, I love this. You get a little bit of flavor behind, the different temples. I will say, gonna get repetitive if we've got 3 here that all look identical. I would say that, yeah, there's probably a bit too many temples in the world to have unique ones for all of them, but I would say that you will always have a military deity, you will always have a economic deity, you'll always have a cultural deity, and you'll always have a religious deity. So if I can just make, in addition to your unique ones, like Alexander should deserve his own one, you need to make 4 unique temple designs for the background, so that you will never come across a situation where you have identical temple images for more than one. Like, we've got the same one for 3 here. So are all these people in the same place? No, because this is in Hathor, this is in Amun, and this is... No, they're not in that. This is in Tentirus, this is in Thebes, and this is in Swinet, right? They're not in the same place, but they are identical. That just takes you out of it. They need to be different images. They just need to be. And I think the easiest way to do that would be, all of the deities of this group have this unless they're unique. All of the deities of this group have this unless they have a unique one. All of the deities here have this one unless they have a unique one. And then, as time goes on and more DLCs come out, you can just add more artwork for more deities. That just makes sense to me. But otherwise, I like it. I think it's a good UI rework. Pie charts can suck a dick. Anyway, moving on. Pie charts can still suck. And we have got a little bit of flavor text about the different deities, which is really cool, and I like that quite a lot. More flavor text for the different things inside your reliquary as well. And I will say, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Like, this is more items than I have seen in an entire game sometimes. So they may end up adding a lot more, a hell of a lot more. That kind of seems like what they're doing. They're just adding more and more items, and I'm totally fine with that. As long as it's easier to move an item from one holy site to another, especially taking them out of a holy site that is not one of your, pantheon deities, then yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Also, that's not a helmet, that's a piece of armor. I'm sure you've got a helmet picture. You could probably have a helmet picture there instead of, it's a piece of armor, mate. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I like this. This is a good change, but this can still fuck off. We're letting the descriptions for treasures and deities take up more space, which makes me so happy. More of that flavor with a, flavor. This is flavor. we're adding more flavor. We're also adding different images depending on the tier of holy site, tiers based on territory rank, just like before, and place them as background images in the UI. The close-ups are one of the tier 1 as well as the tier 3. These are the close-ups, right? Our artists have some serious talent. All its gorgeous art makes the UI come alive. I mean, agreed. Like this artwork is really phenomenal. I do very much like these. I just need them to be unique, or at least, you know, distinct from one another. And looking at these, this I guess is the settlement holy site, and then we've got this is Athena, so I guess Athena is going to have her own unique holy site, or a unique thing here, temple, which I'm totally fine with. If we have Athena here, she's, you know, prominent and important enough to have her own. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. That is very, although this says Roman temple, tier 3. Roman temple tier. So who would that be if it's not Athena? Because I know the reason I say it's Athena is because most of the pieces of art that you see of Athena have her with a helmet like half on her head. For example, Athena, half on her head. Drawn Athena, helmet half on her head. More Athena, half on her head. You get it? Do you see what I'm talking about? The helmet's half on her head. Certainly not very Roman. We've also got this, which is same as the loading screen that we've got for Imperator. Athena, helmet half on her head, and well, if we go back to this, helmet is half on her head. This is Athena, but this is apparently a tier 3 Roman temple. This one is a meadow holy temple. Kind of looks... It's a mountain, mate. Lots of trees. Doesn't look much like a meadow, if I'm being honest, but beside the by. Anyway, that's all from Giroa for now. Thanks, and have a great week and stuff. Right, so big criticisms here from me. These need to be distinct, other than having, you know, unique ones. This is clearly Alexander, a statue of him. This should be unique for Athena. Just saying. These pie charts can just go and fuck off because they're terrible. This needs to have these numbers still here. These pie charts can fuck off. But otherwise, I love the aesthetic of the UI. I think it's a big improvement over the current version of the game. So I'm still totally on board with that. And it's just more about the nitty gritty, the crunchy stuff. Is what I've got critiques about now. What numbers to show, in what ways to show it, where to show it, that kind of thing is what I'm looking at now rather than aesthetics. Although, I mean, I'd say this is aesthetics, but I think this is a bit more obvious, if I'm being honest. Like, obviously having 3 of the identical UI image for 3 supposedly very different temples, both in, you know, the different deities that are being worshipped there, the different types of deities, like the economy, your culture, and your fertility, different types of deities, and they're also in different places and they look identical, just does not look good at all. That heavily needs to be addressed, I feel. But other than that, I'm happy with this. This is looking good. Yeah, I'm going to make some comments. I'm going to make some suggestions, and I suggest that you do so as well. Both on the forums, there will be a link to that in the description, of course. And also, let me know in the comment section below what you think of the follow-up to the UI rework. What would you change? What do you like? What do you dislike? Is there anything that you hate as much as I hate pie charts? Let me know in the comment section below. Like button also helps for the algorithm. If you would like to support me further, I also have a Patreon page. There is a link to that in the description below. But until next time, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.